Hey, Mr. Atheist, what's going on?
Hey, stupid God believer, you're stupid.
Gee, you sure are grumpy, and you sound just like Patrick from SpongeBob.
Whatever.
So, I won't comment on the rather insulting view you seem to take on atheists. However, I will give notice to it.
So, Mr. Atheist, I'd like to know what you think about the supernatural.
There's no such thing as the supernatural, just like there's no such thing as God. Just like there's no such thing as the flying spaghetti monster.
Well, at least you got the analogy of the FSM right. Props.
Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Do you believe in the principle of cause and effect?
You mean the rule that says something cannot come from nothing? And every effect must have a cause? Yeah, of course, you moron. And that's why I don't believe in your stupid God. Because your God would totally break that rule, idiot.
To be specific, the principle of causality is actually a philosophical one, not a scientific one. Scientists have, for the most part, abandoned causality as a fundamental rule. However, to most, it is still valid at the level of the human experience.
How about the Big Bang Theory? You agree with that?
Duh, of course. That's how the universe started. A big explosion of matter and energy. It wasn't some supernatural force. Creationist moron.
It wasn't an explosion, it was an expansion of space-time. Go watch R and Ra's videos if you want a more coherent explanation.
Okay, Mr. Atheist, if you agree that something can't come from nothing, then who or what caused the Big Bang?
Science doesn't know, but we're proud of that and we keep searching. Humanity doesn't have the answer to everything all the time.
In other words, where did the original matter and energy come from that started the Big Bang?
However, many scientists agree that the most likely beginning was that there was no beginning. The universe and all the fundamental forces were squished into a ball that then expanded. Why did it need to start from some white void?
You idiot. The universe is a constant. It's just always been there.
Well, if you're right, that means the universe defies the law of cause and effect, doesn't it?
Again, I say that causality is not a scientific principle. Therefore, it cannot be used as a counterargument for creationism.
And that would make the existence of our universe supernatural.
No. No, it wouldn't.
Which means we both believe in a supernatural cause for our existence.
No, you don't. Atheists and creationists actually believe in completely opposite things. Hence the term atheism. A is in against, and theism, the belief that a deity exists. Atheism.
Well,
Haha.
You idiot. The universe just kinda started on its own. The Big Bang was how the universe created itself.
How would the universe create itself? That would also break the law of cause and effect.
Again, I say, causality is not a scientific principle. It is a philosophical one.
You just said that was a big reason you don't believe in God. So then, shouldn't you stop believing in our universe?
Unlike theists, atheists prefer to not deny objective reality. Simply because skewed facts point towards an opposite observation from one that is so radically obvious is no reason to stop thinking the universe exists. If you want that kind of thought process, go hang out with a couple of existential nihilists for a while.
Well,
While that animation was, I will admit, slightly humorous the first time, now it's just silly.
Haven't you heard of virtual particles? Scientists have found particles that might come into existence from literally nothing. So maybe something can come from nothing.
Well, if you're right, doesn't that make God scientifically possible?
Unfortunately, virtual particles still follow the law of conservation and energy, just on a quantum level. Every virtual fermion particle that is created is balanced by an antiparticle. Besides, even if it was true that something could come from nothing, a god is so low down on the list of likelihood that it could be considered a virtual impossibility.
Well,
Still not funny.
I've heard some really smart atheists talk about other dimensions of time, or an eternally oscillating universe. Stuff like that might explain a universe without a first cause.
Okay, so I'm not sure what you mean by other dimensions of time. As far as we know, everything past the fourth dimension, linear time, is non-existent in our present universe. Eternally oscillating universe. That basically means that the universe as we know it goes through cycles of big bangs and big crunches for basically an infinity of existence.
Wow. Well, can those things be observed scientifically?
No.
Isn't that one of your biggest complaints about God?
Yeah.
You're right, they can't be observed through current scientific methods, which is why they are still in the infant stages of research and not used as proof for the beginning or continuity of the universe. Yeah, not funny.
Never mind. I've decided I don't totally agree with the law of cause and effect, okay?
Good, because it isn't a scientific principle.
Okay. That means you can no longer use that law to argue against God.
Nor can you use it to argue for the existence of a god. Okay, that last one's face is pretty funny. Well, I'm an atheist and I still appear to be relatively unexploded. Try again next time, okay?